So I guess we can start with the contents of webinar 0. So I am Giulia De Chirico and I'm a project manager from CEIPES, which is one of the partners of the consortium of the R.I.S.To.VET project. The R.I.S.To.VET acronym is for Rural Innovative Sustainable Tourism for VET. And this project has started in 2019. And as you may have noticed, today it is the webinar 0. So we are starting a cycle of webinar, which is the 4th intellectual output of the project. And this webinar will provide just an overview on the contents of the project, on its aims, objectives, and also will present the partnership. After this webinar, we will also introduce the content for the first webinar, which will be on the 10th of May, also at 4 p.m. set time, clearly. And in the screen, you can also see the four appointments. So the first one is webinar 0, which is today. Then we will have the first webinar on the 10th of May, the second on the 24th, and the third on the 7th of June. So I would like to welcome you all and thank you for the interest you have shown to the project. And now I will start presenting the project to provide an overview on the project objectives and on all the work that we have developed during these 3 years. So, as I said before, the R.I.S.To.VET project is for rural innovative sustainable tourism for VET. This is a project co-funded by the Erasmus Plus program, and the partnership implementing the project is composed by 6 organizations from 5 different countries. So the project has started in 2019, and it is near to its end, since it will end on the 31st of July 2022. The partnership is composed by Visa Szkoła Biznesu i Nauk Ozdrowiu in Poland, Via Tourism Academy in Belgium, then the University ILIFAO in Nuremberg, Germany, then CONET, which is Co-working and Networking Sicilia APS, which is based in Italy. Then we have Ergasia, which is a VET provider in Greece, and then CEIPES, which is based in Italy, in Palermo. So today we are here to present the project, and the best way to start presenting a project is explaining why this project was born. So what are the needs that this project is trying to address? So we can discuss about the main objective of the project, which is developing, structuring, and sharing professional knowledge on sustainable local-based tourism. So one of the reasons why the R.I.S.To.VET project was born was addressing the contemporary challenges of tourism. So as every one of us may have experienced, tourism has radically changed during the last decades. So also the needs of tourists have changed during the time. And we have noticed that there is a mismatch between the offer in the professional education and the needs of contemporary tourists and contemporary business models. So we have recognized in general a lack of an adapted and up-to-date professional education in the touristic center. So the R.I.S.To.VET project in general will try to develop, structure and share necessary instruments to face new challenges in the touristic sector. So, what are the new challenges in contemporary tourism? So, first of all, there has been a shift in the touristic needs since while in the past tourists were looking for example, relaxing activities. Or leisure time activities which weren't focused on discovering local populations and the territories. Now there is a need for authenticity. Also, with regard to the business models in hospitality, most of all, there has been the rise of sharing economy websites and apps. So I guess that every one of you will already know Airbnb and the impact that Airbnb had to city and with regard to other touristic operators in the sector of the hospitality. Then we have also found appreciation from the public for non-structured practices in tourism and hospitality. So there has been a radical shift in the way people want to experience tourism. And also, finally, the obsolescence of the traditional touristic business models. So I have prepared I have prepared a Padlet in which I will share with you the link of this Padlet and via chat. And if you agree, we could try to make a little brainstorming to understand what are other contemporary needs in tourism. So what are the elements that we are looking for when traveling? So please share your ideas. There are no right answer. So the questions are, what are you looking for when you are traveling? And do you recognize other challenges in contemporary tourism? So I will also add mine. I will take just 2 minutes to collect the answers. I see that you are still writing, so I will wait a little bit more. But there are a lot of satisfying answers. So I guess the need analysis of the project is on point. Okay, I guess you have stopped. So we can see that there is a predominance of local adjective. So for example, we can find contact to local community, or also good local food and drink, and also gastronomy has been taken into account into a project, but also the contact and the share of the local community, the share among the local communities and tourists. But also we can see sustainable places, rural places, undiscovered places, and one of the thing that I appreciated most was these also hidden treasures of the city. So probably itinerary that are not standardized. Okay. So the need analysis of the project was on these points. So on validating the needs of people when experiencing tourism, and they are searching something new, something that in the past wasn't the main objective of travel. So about the implementation of the project is based on 4 different intellectual outputs, which will be delivered to the target groups to share professional knowledge on rural innovative sustainable tourism. So as I said before, the project also aims to structure and develop new knowledge on the addressed field. So we will see that the 4 intellectual output are the EO1, which is an analysis of existing data about tourism, new forms of hospitality and promotion of local identities, digital tourism in the local context involved into the project. So in this phase, there is a deliverable which is already downloadable by the project website, in which you will find a rich and complete analysis on all the existing data on the topics addressed by the project. Then we have the intellectual output 2, which is training path definition, development of educational units and piloting process. So the consortium has developed this training path, which is based on 6 modules. And then we have designed educational units, and we have also implemented them, improved them, and also adapted them to an e-learning platform, which is the IO3, and then IO4, organization of webinars. So this is the first day of webinars, so we are starting the IO4. So with regard to IO1, analysis of existing data, so the document contains an analysis of national or local context from the countries that are composing the consortium, which are, of course, Italy, Belgium, Germany, Poland, and Greece. And so also we try to collect data about small tourism businesses and about their strategies that they are using to face the challenges of the contemporary tourism market. The deliverable, as I said before, which is this document, this analysis, is already available and downloadable through the project website. And the document is available in English. Then you will learn that for the other contents, we are providing translations to other national languages, so in Italian, Dutch, German, Polish, and Greek. So the contents of this document a focus on European recommendation on the touristic sector. Then there is a section containing a need analysis of the small and medium enterprises operating in this sector. And also we collected information about qualifications, authenticity, digitalization, and sustainability of these firms. Then we collected examples of good practices on the field. And we also produced an offer analysis for VET providers in tourism, containing recommendation for action and improvements. So the way in which these VET providers, can improve their curricula. So IO2, which is training path definition. As I already mentioned, the consortium has developed a complete training path on the topics that have been addressed by the project. And we have produced this document containing information that are addressed to 3 different targets, which are VET students, VET teachers who want to improve their knowledge and competencies, and then VET professionals who are willing to open new business in the touristic sector and who are willing to implement contemporary trends in their business. So there is a total of 6 educational units. Unit 1 contains an introduction and focuses on the contemporary tourism and on the market needs. Then we have a Unit 2 on sustainable development, so a theoretical framework on sustainability. Then we have a Unit 3 on tourism and sustainability, so the practice of sustainable tourism. Then we have a Unit 4 on authenticity, tourism image, and promotion, Unit 5 on digital tourism, and Unit 6 containing soft and practical skills. So there is a section which is mainly focused on the communication skills to improve communication among touristic operators and customers. So this training path is already available in English, and it is possible to download if you want through the project website. So at the moment it is in English, but in the next months it will be uploaded also in Polish, Italian, Greek, Dutch, and German, which are the languages, the national languages of the consortium. The IO3, development of an e-learning platform. So we have developed an e-learning platform implementing the course through the learning units that we have already produced for the IO2, the training path. But in this sense, we have also improved the content of IO2 and adapted it to a digital learning platform. So you can find a course composed by 6 modules according to the 6 units that each partner has developed. And also each module will contain a deep dive section to better focus on some relevant issues. The platform is already available. You can find it following this link. At the moment, it is under construction. So you will find then a course in English, Polish, Italian, Greek, Dutch, and German. And then we arrive to today. So the organization of webinars. Webinars are part of the intellectual output 4. And the consortium has recognized webinars as a great instrument to reach people all over Europe and to disseminate the aims of the project as well as its results. So today it is the first day of webinars, and it is webinar 0, but we will have a cycle of 3 webinars which will not be introductive to the project, but they will provide knowledge on different topics addressed by the project. And if you want to join the other webinars of the project, you can do like you did to join the webinar today. So you need to register and receive the link to join the webinars. So this is the agenda for the webinar cycle. The first webinar will be presented by Conet, and it will address tourism today and tourism market needs, as well as sustainable development. Then the second webinar will be hosted by Conet, Via Via Tourism Academy, and Visa Scola. And it will address sustainable tourism, authenticity, tourism image and promotion. Then the third and last webinar will be hosted by Fawili, Ergasia and Chaipes, addressing digital tourism, soft and practical skills. So as this is an introductory webinar to the project, it would be a pleasure to present all the organizations that are composing the consortium, also in order to let you understand the expertise of each partner and the contribution that they give to the project. So I will give the floor to Joanna, which is our Polish partner. So okay. Joanna, if you want to present your organization, we are glad to listen to you.
Okay, so at the beginning, just let me know if you can hear me well, if everything is fine, okay?
Yes.
So I would like also to welcome everyone, and I am happy that you managed to connect as it's quite late today, it's 4 o'clock, and most of us is almost after work, but I hope that now we have like the nice part, so introducing the organization. So I will share my screen. And just a second. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. So I am representing the Academy of Business and Health Sciences that is located in Lodz. It's a Polish city in Poland. So as you can see on the map, our city is located in the center of Poland, almost in the center of Poland. It's not a geographical one, but we are very close to this point. So it's more or less 120 kilometers from Warsaw. And our academy was established in 2006 and is one of the first non-public higher education institutions in central Poland that offers health-allied and medical-allied studies as well as business and educational faculties. Our university is involved in many educational projects. We conduct many educational projects in different fields. We cooperate with various educational and healthcare institutions. Also, the university remains locally and regionally active in the field of conferences, workshops, but also social work and community elicitation. And in our offer, we have bachelor studies, master studies, and postgraduate studies. So we have humanities and social sciences departments, in which we have Institute of Social Sciences, under which we have Faculty of Pedagogy and Psychology. Then we have Institute of Law and Criminology with faculties Law and Criminology, and also we have a Health Sciences department that provides studies in cosmetology and dietetics. So here you can see our facilities that are dedicated for faculties, so psychology, rooms and dietetics and cosmetology. And we are also having a separate department that is the Center of European Educational Initiatives that is responsible for international cooperation. And our center was established in May 2011 as independent department responsible for cooperation with different European educational research and training institutions, coordination of educational and research projects, as well as Erasmus mobility and pro-social initiatives. So we are involved in several different fields of Erasmus Plus, in youth sector, school education, adult education, higher education, and BET sector. So as you can see, there is a variety range of projects and their topics. But also we are involved in sport projects. The scale is smaller, but it's still, we are trying to be very active also in this field too. So in case you would like to get any more information about our university, you can contact me through my email. And thank you for your attention.
Okay, so
I thought I stopped sharing. Okay, perfect.
Yes. Okay, so thank you, Joanna, for presenting your organization. Now I would give the floor to Greet from Via Via Tourism Academy, which is based in Mechelen, Belgium.
Okay, thank you, Joel. I try to share my screen. Okay, you see it all? Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Greet Huibrechts and I'm working for Via Via Tourism Academy. And we are part of the Joker Via Via network. And as you said already, well, yeah, we are based in Belgium. The Sustainable Development Goals, they give direction to our ambitions for sustainable tourism development. Because with the Joker Via Via network, we try to contribute to a world in which people, planet, prosperity, peace and partnership are in balance with each other. And pleasure also belongs here because in tourism without passion and pleasure, nothing lasts. So our story starts more than 50 years ago. In 1971, with Caravan, a non-profit education center, and now they have more than 400 tour guides. And 36 tour guides, they started with tour operator Joker in 1981. And we are a tour operator with adventure travel in small groups. And in 1995, we had the first Via Via Traveler Cafe, and that was created both in Belgium and in Indonesia. And now you find these great good places in town all over the world. In 2001, there was another tour operator who joined us, R.I.S.To.VET, specialized in walking holidays. And also in 2001, Via Via Tourism Academy was born. All these organizations in the Joker Via Via network, they're all based on the same values. And values are openness, equality, dialogue, amazement. And we want, in fact, connect people. That's all we want to do, and bridge cultures. And we want to contribute to the needs, the dreams, and the expectations of travelers and locals, and that's very important, in a sustainable way by creating memorable and meaningful experience, and that at a fair price and quality ratio. So Via Via Tourism Academy, we started from the years of experience within the Joker Via Via network, and we are now a leading guide in sustainable tourism and social entrepreneurship. We collaborate with current and future entrepreneurs in tourism, from tour operators to independent guides, from hoteliers to owners of lodgings in Belgium and abroad. We do this by strengthening intercultural competences and knowledge of sustainable entrepreneurship. We collaborate also with educational institutions in tourism, because today's students are tomorrow's professionals. So sharpening their skills and learning by experience are key. We do this also as a coordinator of a learning network for sustainable innovative tourism in Flanders, and also by train-the-trainer courses all over the world, like in Malawi, Peru, Senegal, China, South Africa. And we organize also worldwide internships. And we collaborate with governments at international, national, and local level. We do this also by being involved in European projects like this R.I.S.To.VET project. And we are also cooperating with cities and governments on behalf of research and consultancy activities. We do this all by developing innovative total concepts and testing and refining them. We strengthening competences with interactive training courses and coaching, and giving inspiring workshops and guest lectures and readings. And we organize learning networks and exchanges and organize internships worldwide. And why do we do it? That's important, because we think that tourism is an engine for increasing the prosperity for local communities. On a micro level for the individuals involved and their families, and on a regional level for the region where they live and work. And this implies projects concerning capacity building for entrepreneurs, for non-formal tourism education, and intercultural competence. And we do it from a holistic perspective, where people and planet and prosperity and pleasure are in balance. And we want sustainable to evolve into regenerative tourism, because if sustainable means to maintain, regenerative means to repair, to renew, and to nurture. So that's a short presentation of what we are doing, what our values are, but if you're interested in more, you can check our website. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Britt. Now I would give the floor to Evelyn, which is the representative from VWILI University in Germany, in Nuremberg. So please, Evelyn.
Thank you very much. I am going to share my presentation. I hope you can see the slide, the first slide. Okay, so we are from the Friedrich-Alexander University of Erlangen-Nuremberg, and we are located in the south of Germany, and actually our university is located in 3 cities that are quite close together. It is Erlangen, Nuremberg, and Fürth, and our building, you can see it from above, is located in the city of Fürth and connected very well to the metropolitan region, but also to beautiful nature with the river just behind the institute. Our university was founded in 1743. It is one of the largest universities in Germany and has 5 full faculties. It has humanities, social sciences and theology, business, economics and law, medicine, sciences and engineering. And at the moment, we have about 40,000 students. Half of them are female and 6,000 are from abroad. We have 267 degree programs, 624 professors, and 3,000 members of research staff and 2,000 and some of administrative staff. And the university is quite proud because it is ranked #1 in Germany and #14 worldwide in the Reuters Innovation Ranking. And we, as the institute, we were founded in 1975. And we started with open and distance education with the possibilities we had at this time with the old TV and the traditional telephone. And now in 2022, we are the competence center of our university for the whole digital education at the university and e-learning and assessment. Just to give you a short impression of our history as the Innovation in Learning Institute, we have always had our focus on media, technology and learning. We are a research institute of the university since 1976, and we started in psychology as an application field. But now we are in every field of technology enhanced learning, actually since 1986 when the first PCs came up, and since then we have been in European R&D projects. With regard to learning, our focus is always on the self-directed and lifelong learning. And lifelong really means that we have target groups starting from 3-year-old children up to seniors, 60, 70, 80, 90 plus. And what we want to do is we want to create new learning opportunities for all our target groups. And that also includes people with disabilities and in different types of life situations. Well, we are an interdisciplinary and multicultural team. We are about 30 people and from all types of disciplines like psychologists, but also IT, computer scientists. And we have people from Germany, of course, but also from Greece, from Italy, from Spain, working in our team. We have had more than 300 European and national EU projects and national projects so far, and are involved in many national and international networks. And you can again see with the pictures our types of media that evolved with us. Well, starting with the telephone we had in the 70s and 80s and the computers, up to now to the laptops, tablets, smartphones. We are creating films as e-learning medium or even serious games. We are working in the digitization of learning. And the question is, does this mean that everything is digital and maybe the human is behind the technology? And that is a definite no, because our focus is always on the human being. The human being is the core for every development. So we say our credo is didactics first. We want to know what are the needs of the human being. Then we define what should be the learning outcome. We define what would be the appropriate setting of learning tailored for the target group, for the human being. And technology is the enabler of learning, and technology itself is not the objective. We also think that everyone has the right to learn the whole life, but also the duty for lifelong learning. And we want to create added value from technology for the learning processes. We want to facilitate barrier-free learning, learning without preconditions, and learning in every situation of life. And one of the most important things is never let the learners learn alone. Their learning should always be socially embedded and accompanied by other learners or tutors so that learning can become a success. And what we are doing is always the applied research and development, not so much the theory, but really how it works in the daily practice in daily life. We have had some projects in the field of tourism before. One in which I have been involved was the development and promotion of a cultural route based on the Roman Tabula Peutingeriana. We have had another project linking cultural heritage to the jobs of the future. And now we are also having a project with sign languages for tour guides it is the Swing project. And these are just some examples of how we develop technology for learning in these types of projects. If you want to contact me, you can find here my contact details. And so far, thank you very much for your attention, and I give the floor to the next one.
So
sure.
Nancy, you
Sorry
can
again.
present Ergasia.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Okay, so hopefully you can see my presentation.
Yes.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for participating in our webinar 0, and hopefully we will see you in the next ones as well. So just a few words on who we are. So Ergasia SA is a private company. We are located in Greece. Our headquarters are in Patras. You will see a few photos of the city later on. We provide adult education, vocational training, career counseling, mentoring, and support to unemployed employees and self-employed. We deliver tailor-made training courses through content development. We provide training methodologies and trainer guidebooks, and this is our expertise in European projects. And in our Erasmus Plus projects and our national projects, we target youth, people that are less skilled and less qualified, people that have less opportunities like needs, and adults that are above 55 years old, by supporting opportunities in acquiring and developing key competencies. So as you will see, we are somewhere between the post-secondary level and tertiary level, and our target group is adult learning. So we provide, as we said, the training for employees and training for unemployed and other vulnerable groups. Our main fields of interest are lifelong learning, of course, the funded and self-funded intra-company and sectoral training programs, community initiative, European grants and bilateral cooperations, social inclusion programs, and of course, the promotion of employment. So some of our metrics, since 2007 that Ergasia SA was established, we have trained more than 10,000 people across Greece, and we have performed more than 2 million man-hours in training programs. As you can see, we have experience in almost every sector. Of course, we are proud partners in R.I.S.To.VET project. We talked quite a lot about it, so I'm not going to bore you with it. We're also part of the InnoPro project, which is a project that I selected to show you here because I think that those of you that take part in this presentation can benefit from it. If you want to initiate a project related to tourism, as R.I.S.To.VET project is all about it, and you can visit our InnoPro and you can see and find out how you can prepare and manage an innovative project. Also, we are part of the Intercat project, which is about circular tourism and accessible tourism. And also we have Pédagogie de Chantier, which is about all transversal skills. And we can have now a look over our city. Patras is the third largest city in Western Greece. We are a commercial hub. It's a very busy port. It's the gate in the west. We have this Rio Bridge that is one of the most magnificent architectural designs that we have. And of course, there is some sightseeing around Patras that you can have. You can visit our website if you want to find out more about European projects and about our company, and also our Facebook page. Thank you very much. I'm so sorry for the very short presentation, but COVID took the best of me. So sorry for that. And we will discuss more on later webinars when we will present a lot more about the project. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Nancy. So I would give the floor back to Maria Luisa. You ready? We cannot hear you.
Okay, my computer is maybe exploding. Anyway,
Okay,
I will
don't
try.
worry. I'm sharing the.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh,
I
you can
think. Do you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, great. I did it. Okay, so as I was saying before, Connect Sicilia PS is a non-profit organization established in Palermo in 2015. The organization promotes local development of mainly of rural areas and innovative forms of sustainable tourism and intercultural cooperation. In particular, in order to develop social cohesion, social justice, solidarity among generations, active citizenship and intercultural dialogue, and in particular creativity and innovation as paths to a sustainable economic prosperity for all. The activities of CONET have two main axes. The first one is fostering local development in Sicily, promoting its natural, agricultural and gastronomic heritage. In particular, CONET Sicilia supports the empowerment of youngsters and young entrepreneurs, in particular in sustainable tourism projects in rural areas. The activities focus on local agricultural products, the preservation of short and local distribution chains, and the development of territorial marketing based on natural heritage and local cultural traditions. At the same time, our activities focus also on the European integration and cohesion through the promotion of educational projects, in particular addressed to youngsters and to VT trainees. We focus on non-formal and informal methodologies for education, and we aim at contributing to the European cooperation in education. Okay, I will say just a few words about. Do you hear me? Okay. I will say just a few words about two of our main projects in Sicily. The first one is a center in Valle del Belice for the support and promotion of agricultural traditional practices that we developed in particular. We work on the support of local agricultural practices through both through the support to local and short distribution chains and through educational projects that help in sharing these traditional practices. At the same time, we are working in another area of Sicily, which is the area of Madonie, a mountain chains in in central and western eastern, Sicily, in particular in the areas of Pollina and Gratteri, which are two small cities in the Madonie areas, and where we developed a network of young people working for developing a local strategy for youth in rural areas according to the European strategy for for rural areas that works in order to avoid the loss of population in mountain and rural areas. I think that's all. I thank you very much for your attention and participation. I'm very sorry for the technical problem I had before. I don't know if I will be able to stop sharing my screen now, but I will try.
Okay, thank you, Maria Luisa. Now I will just give a short presentation because I see that it's 5 o'clock. It's near 5. So I will provide a short presentation about CHIPES. CHIPES is the organization I work for, and it's one of the partners in the R.I.S.To.VET project. So CHIPES is based, CHIPES is based in Sicily, in Palermo, and it is an NGO that has been funded by a multicultural team of founders in 2007. And CHIPES manages activities and projects at a European, local, and international level. So this is our founder. And about our organization, our goal is to promote education and social development as crucial values to achieve peace, dignity for all human beings. So the vision and the mission are to empower people, organizations, and communities, and developing the potential of people through innovation, education, work, and experience. So the goals are to promote non-formal education as a tool for the implementation, the improvement of education of both youth and adults. Then to promote personal and community development through the learning mobilities, but also to produce innovation and methodologies in the field of education to improve the quality of education, then to promote study, research, innovation, to encourage intercultural dialogue and promote peace, non-violence, and human rights, so equity. Our team is composed by internal staff, volunteers, and interns, but also external experts. So among our internal staff, it is possible to find psychologists, project managers, financial managers, ITs, designers, so a wide range of expertise. But also we can count on external experts. So, for example, school teachers, but also sign language interpreters and translators. Of course, we can host also volunteers and interns. The structure of our organization is composed by 4 different units. Unit 1, which is the one implementing the R.I.S.To.VET project, and it is the one aimed on innovation, technology, sustainability, and entrepreneurship. Unit 2 is centered on human and civil rights, while the 3rd unit is about art, culture, design, and gamification, and the 4th, well-being, sport, and disability. Our organization works with a lot of different programs, but as you will see, we do not only take into account European program or international program, but we also manage local projects. One of these is the R.I.S. Lab. The R.I.S. Lab department is responsible for managing the spaces of the CHIPES Educational, Social, and Cultural Center. And we are very proud to say that the facilities we work into are built in a property that has been confiscated from the mafia. And so we are contributing to promote the development of the neighborhood, which is not a central one in Palermo, but it is a weak neighborhood with a lot of people with fewer opportunities. So we are trying to make this neighborhood rise through our work. And we host MAID, which is the Analogical Digital Museum of Empowerment, but also an educational escape room on racism, a co-working. And also we offer learning mobilities, workshops, training courses, and we also are accredited as an employment agency. R.I.S.E. Lab can be seen from 4 different points of view. So R.I.S.E. Consulting with the agency for the work, then project co-writing and social innovation. R.I.S.E. Community, comprehending the co-working, the web radio, conferences, seminary, and it is centered on the regeneration of the territory we're in. So the R.I.S.E. Education with the training center, the STEAM laboratory, lifelong learning, and the MAID in R.I.S.E. Experience, which is the Analogical Digital Museum for Empowerment. But as well, in our facilities, you can find also a cine theater room hosting a lot of different leisure activities. So if you want to learn more on CHIPES, you can find us on the social media, and also you can write an email. Thank you. So now that I've presented the CHIPES and we have all presented our organization, I would like to ask participants if they have any question about the project, its aims, objectives, or the organizations composing the consortium. However, also we are going to host the first webinar on the 10th of May, and CONET will be the main host of the meeting, of the webinar, and Maria Luisa will talk about contemporary tourism, so tourism today, and the needs that the touristic market is addressing at the moment, but also she will discuss about the framework of sustainable development. So if there are not any questions, I would like to say you goodbye and hope to meet again on the 10th of May. So thank you to our partners for joining. So thank you, Maria Luisa, Evelyn, Nancy, Joanna, and Grit for being there. We will meet on the 10th from 4 to 5. Please fill the form, the Google form, to register and to enroll to the next webinars. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye.